Hey guys, Fucus 101 here, and I think I should show you what I've been working on recently. Rorschach from the acclaimed graphic novel Watchmen is one of my favorite comic book characters of all time. He's badass and his costume is amazing. He has such a recognizable look with his iconic inkblot mask, which is constantly moving. Last year for Comic-Con, I went as Red Hood. It was the first time I had ever made a cosplay, and it was an amazing rush, and the feedback was excellent. This year, I'm making 2 new costumes, and one of them is Rorschach. I'm going to take you through the pieces of the cosplay that I have so far. However, I'm still awaiting some key components. I'm waiting for Rorschach's replica hat being made for me by Penman Hats. This guy makes quality work and I'm so excited to receive this item. I'm also waiting on this mask for Rorschach. The one I have currently, I can barely see out of it, and this one just looks way better. I'm also waiting on Rorschach's iconic purple pinstripe pants. These were so hard to find, but I found the perfect pair. I'm also waiting on a couple of little things here and there that are really going to make the costume pop. Without further ado, let's get on to it. So I have all my Rorschach stuff laid out on the floor. This is all the stuff I have so far. I'm still waiting on his purple pinstripe pants that are being made for me by this amazing company. I'm waiting for my proper Rorschach mask to get here, and a couple of other little things like his scarf and whatnot that I'm waiting on, but I'll reveal those when I get this project moving along more. But so far this is what I have. I guess we could start by talking about his hat over here. This is just a hat that I picked up on eBay when I first thought of doing this cosplay. I couldn't find Rorschach's actual hat with the purple band and the proper shape anywhere online for a good price, because the most expensive one was from Texas Hatters and it cost like $500, and that's way out of my budget. But I came across this on eBay. It was a pretty good fit. It was my size, and it was old too, so it had a nice used look to it. But I was able to find Rorschach's hat online, and I'm going to be ordering that soon, and it's for a good price. It's by this guy who makes hats, and it's just incredible. So I can't wait to get that, because it's really going to bring this costume together. Now let's talk about this mask for a minute. This mask is a cheap, like $7 or $8 mask I got on Amazon. It's by this company called the Original Moving Inkblot Rorschach Mask, I believe. And basically it's a design, and then some parts of it are painted with thermochromic ink, which changes color depending on the temperature of your breath. Whether you breathe in, it's going to fill in more. When you breathe out, it disappears. So it's kind of cool. However, I mean, it doesn't look that convincing, and the color differences are very obvious, and I don't know, I'm not too fond of the design, so I ordered a much nicer Rorschach mask. It doesn't move, but it's a design that I'm happy with, and I'd be happy just walking around with that all day. So I'm waiting for that to come. I got this just random scarf up here I'm going to be wearing at the end of the video, just to kind of bring the whole costume together more, to show you what I have so far. This over here, this orange box on top, these are Rorschach's gloves that I ordered. These are so nice. Really, really nice lambskin leather gloves, and they are super warm, super soft. They're very form-fitting to my hands, and they're perfect. I'm so glad I got them. They're a little bit different than Rorschach's gloves in the movie. Mine have a buckle on them, so they kind of look a little bit cooler in my opinion, but I'm kind of putting my own spin on this costume, and I'll get onto that a little bit more later. The box under that are Rorschach's boots, and these are probably one of the things I'm most proud of about this costume. Is like, these boots are so perfect for this look. They're a style that are like distressed, so they have some wear on them already, so they look like they've been used and they've gone through some shit, and they're really, really nice. They're comfortable, they fit really well, and they look almost identical to the boots he wears in the movie. The boots he wears in the movie I think are leather, but the texture of these boots I love, and I think they just look better for the look I'm going for. And lastly, what I got here is this jacket, this trench coat. This thing is awesome. So in the movie, Rorschach wears a waxed fabric trench coat. It's not leather, but I wanted to go for a leather trench coat because I think just the bulk of it and how it feels, me personally, I like that look. And let me know what you guys think down in the comments. But personally, I love the look of this and the way it feels. It's very heavy and it's very form-fitting, and it is just excellent. I'm going to try and extend the belt a little bit because the belt isn't as long as it should be. It doesn't really tie in a knot around my waist like it's supposed to, but other than that, it's a really, really great jacket. It smells really strongly of brand new leather, and unfortunately one of the buttons, if you see there, the button broke off because the leather is so new and so fresh. It was so hard to get the button through the hole that I just broke it off, but I can sew that back on easily. But yeah, this is what I have so far for Rorschach, so now I guess I'm just going to try on the costume and see how it looks so far.
This city's afraid of me. I've seen its true face.